Thank you for tuning in to this virtual version and introduction of the Women's Research and BGLTQ+ Student Center at the University of Central Oklahoma. Due to the outreach and services that we provide, I would like to allow for a content warning. We may be discussing topics such as sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking. The center is found in Thatcher Hall 106. We're open year-round. During the spring and fall, we're open Mondays through Thursdays, 10 to 6, and Fridays, 9 to 5. During the summer, we're open Mondays through Thursdays, 10 to 6. You don't have to identify as a woman or as a part of the BGLTQ+ community. We're unique to the state of Oklahoma because we are one of a kind. The center was established in 2016 and was provided a physical location in 2017. As you may have noticed, the center has two arms, one being the Women's Research Center, and the other being the BGLTQ+ Student Center. Some people ask why we alphabetically organize BGLTQ rather than sticking with LGBTQ. And this is because the center is modeled after Harvard Center. In order to avoid hierarchical understandings within the queer community, we follow after Harvard and use alphabetical organizing. The center overall is a multifaceted space for students on campus. We provide several services, events, opportunities, and outreach to several communities within our state. Outreach is extremely important to the center. We provide several events and partner with several other organizations on campus. You may see some of our student-led panels, or maybe you met us at freshman orientation. But we also engage in several other events and workshops. Some of our favorite include Sex in the Dark, which is a panel of professionals who answer anonymous questions by students about sex. Our Community Closet Fashion Show, where we showcase some of our donated fashion pieces. Take Back the Night, also known as Denim Day, where we take a moment to recognize sexual assault and harassment that takes place within our community. We also host a queer art show where we display and showcase art made by queer students, faculty, and staff. Sexual health is a large focus of the center's mission. We are in charge of all the sexual health promotion on campus. One of the ways that we help students maintain their sexual health is by providing daily rapid HIV testing. All center employees are trained on how to provide HIV testing, so we're able to provide this service anytime that we're open. Again, that's Monday through Thursdays, 10 to 6, and Fridays, 9 to 5. You don't need an appointment. Simply come into the center and request the service. On average, it takes 20 to 25 minutes for the full test to be administered and for it to process. We also provide several informational resources. The center has put forth much effort in order to provide informational resources. We also provide several practical resources, such as condoms, lube, pregnancy tests, and menstrual products. Condoms and lube can be found within our residential halls. We also work hard to make sure that menstrual products are provided for free on campus within our college's bathrooms. If you're interested in any of these products, you're welcome to come into the center space and take whatever you would need. Again, all of these products are free to our students. As I mentioned, the center is responsible for all the sexual health education on campus. One of the ways that we educate our community is through our sexual health ambassadors. The Sexual Health Ambassadors, also known as SHAWs, is an internship program that takes place over the span of a year. This internship involves 3 hours of practicum credit that can count towards your major or your minor. The purpose of this internship is to educate through sex-positive and evidence-based sexual education curriculum. It also provides an opportunity for the sexual health ambassadors to conduct their own research and present at several conferences. Overall, the Sexual Health Ambassador program allows students to network and build community while also for the SHAWs to conduct their own research and share what they've learned at conferences throughout the states. Applications often open in the middle of the spring semester, and if you're interested in applying, please reach out to our director, Dr. Lindsay Churchill at lchurchill@uco.edu. That's LCHURCHILL@uco.edu. Diversity Family Health provides low-cost STI testing, hormonal referrals, birth control, PrEP, PEP, and prescriptions for birth control. You can schedule an appointment with Diversity Family Health for Fridays between 10 and 3 p.m. Diversity Family Health works out of a clinic space within the center in order to provide accessible healthcare to our student body. They also work with payment plans and major insurance companies. If you're interested in making an appointment, scan the QR code or contact the center. Another resource that we provide is our community closet. It started as a way for our transgender students to drop off their clothing and pick up more gender-affirming items. Now it's open to the UCO, OKC, and Edmond metropolitan community. Essentially, if someone needs clothing, we can provide that for them. We do focus on keeping a steady business casual selection, and we do have just about anything you can imagine. We do our best to make sure that clothing is organized by size, not by gender, and is inclusive of body types, and keeps into consideration the season that we're in. Through our binder program here at the center, students who would like to require a binder for chest compression can find binders in their sizes and even get measured at the center. If a binder is something you're interested in, please feel free to come into the center and be measured for your size. The community closet is located in the center at Thatcher Hall 106. The center is also responsible for hosting the annual International Gender and Sexuality Studies Conference. This conference takes place on UCO's campus every fall semester and is open to students, faculty, and staff. Research, art, and performances of all types are accepted by submission. Another incredible resource that we provide is the Central Dissent, which is a journal of gender and sexuality. It is student-led through editing and publishing. The Central Dissent publishes a wide variety of topics, anything from academic research to scholarly book and movie reviews, as well as visual art and fiction. The Central Dissent publishes a new version every year around the fall. If you're interested in submitting, please reach out to the Central Dissent at central.dissent@gmail.com. If you're interested in some of the content that you might find in the Central Dissent, go ahead and pause the video and read through these submissions. The Center's Gender and Sexuality Studies Library is one of our biggest prides. In 2016, Dr. Churchill was able to secure one of the largest book donations in all of UCO's history. This donation involved over 5,000 books, periodicals, and records from the Herland Sisters resource. The Herland Sisters are very important to the center. They are a lesbian feminist collective that is still active, but was most active in the early 80s and 90s. They started a bookstore and then grew into a meeting place for the lesbian community in Oklahoma. Their physical location can be found on 39th Street. Our circulating library is divided into two sections, fiction and nonfiction. Our fiction side has a variety of novels and poetry, as well as erotica and queer fiction. A nonfiction side that covers AIDS and queer discourse, as well as historical, theological, and autobiographical books that cover topics of sexuality, feminism, queerness, intersectionality, and gender. These books can be checked out through our connections with the Max Chambers Library. We do keep our library within the center at Thatcher Hall 106. If you're interested in checking out one of our books, all you need is your student ID. We also have several materials that aren't circulating. These are our primary resources. We also have several materials that aren't circulated. Although our periodicals cannot be checked out, they can be photocopied if someone needs them. We're working on scanning them through an NEH grant. NEH stands for National Endowment for Humanities. This focuses This project focuses on creating accessibility and connections to these periodicals without damaging or harming the materials themselves. Here at UCO, if you're interested in the topics of women's, gender, and sexuality studies, there is a minor and major program. The minor is only 18 credit hours, with one required course. And we're unique to the state of Oklahoma because we're the only major of sexuality study programs in the state. Here on the right are just a few of the courses that are involved within the Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies program. Another service that we provide is advocacy. If someone you know on campus has experienced sexual assault, domestic violence, or stalking, you can come into Thatcher Hall 106. You can come into the center and meet with an advocate. You can also scan the QR code to request for an advocate or email help@ywcaokc.org for more information. We partner with the YWCA in order to provide these services. The YWCA OKC is a part of the largest multicultural women's organization in the nation. Our students receive crisis training through the YWCA for sexual assault, stalking, and domestic violence advocacy. Through this process, you get Attorney General certified. This program offers 3 hours of internship credit. If you're interested in becoming a survivor central advocate, if you're interested in becoming a survivor central advocacy, then you can look into our training. This program offers 3 hours of internship credit for your transcript. If you're interested in this training, please reach out to our director, Dr. Lindsay Churchill, at lchurchill@uco.edu. As I've stated, the community at the center is unlike any other. We provide excellent volunteer and employment opportunities. Volunteering is a great way to dip your toes into the community. Volunteers will often count condoms and lube, set up and break down events, and help assist us in our outreach and tabling. Once you become a volunteer and get to know the community pretty well, or have partaken in one of our internships, this allows for employment opportunities. Our employees have a wide variety of responsibilities. These can include their own research, library work, or people who maintain and manage the center as a whole, our closet, and our volunteers. Employment can look like many different things. You can be conducting your own research, managing the closet, volunteers, employees, our library, or our social media, as well as events and internships. If you're interested in volunteering, you can contact Falana at pmchenry@uco.edu to sign up. You're also welcome to come into the center space and sign up to be a volunteer as well. Finally, if you have any more questions about the center, the services that we provide, or the opportunities we may have for you, please feel free to email Dr. Lindsay Churchill at lchurchill@uco.edu. That's lchurchill@uco.edu. Again, thank you for watching this video. Again, Thank you for attending this virtual tour and informational presentation about the Center for Women's Research and BGLTQ students here at the University of Central Oklahoma. We hope that you've learned more about our resources and our community today. Have a lovely day.